Welcome to another mini video from 2dgameartguru.com. Today I'm working in Affinity version 3 to show you how to fit text into a shape. In this video I will mainly use text, Boolean operations, mesh groups and the node tool. I prepared the scene with a vector graphic and the text I'm going to use. I start by copying the text into my design layer and lock the reference and the background layer. I won't be working on those, and it stops me from accidentally selecting elements in those layers. To create the silhouette of the left side, I duplicate the two base shapes hair and face, combine them with the Boolean add, and delete leftover nodes where the shapes did not align or overlap. I set the fill color to transparent and swap the outline color to the fill. The face was a clipping mask. I need to delete the content inside to create a plain curve for my silhouette. I create a rectangle to cut the right side from this silhouette. In order to keep this editable, I create a compound group by holding Alt and clicking on Subtract. This is the shape I want to place the text into. Unlike Illustrator, there is no simple drag and drop. I will have to fit the text inside. I start by choosing a different font, switch everything to capital letters, and copy and paste each line into a separate artistic text. I'm not happy with the way this looks. The important words are too small while the end is way too big. Let's quickly rearrange those lines. This might work and saves me from coming up with the new text in the middle of recording this video. I use the Align panel to space the text evenly. I group the text elements and apply a warp group. I prefer the quad type over the mesh. It comes with just 4 nodes and I can add more wherever I need them. I can manipulate the warp group using the node tool. Moving nodes deforms the content inside the warp group. I create additional nodes between the text lines by clicking on the lines in the mesh. Each node in the mesh has handles defining the angle as well as the impact compared to the next node. Moving the handle further to one side deforms the text to be squashed on that side. Extending the node handle pushes the text further towards the next node. This is a great feature when your graphics need to match a 3D reference. In an earlier video, I used the mesh groups for a Tumblr mockup. I added even more nodes, creating gaps between the text lines that stops the neighboring text to get deformed too much. It still looks rather random and eyeballed. The distance to the edge of the shape is rather uneven. In order to fix that, I create a guide shape from the compound. I duplicate and convert the compound to a curve. Using the contour tool, I create an inset giving the contour a negative value. Once I assign a thin stroke, I have a visual guide that helps me align the words properly. This looks a little neater. I set my guide to invisible and do the same thing with a small line showing through from the base design. I can adjust the spacing between my text lines by moving the nodes of the warp mesh. This is still fully editable text. I can easily convert that to curves by just selecting the whole mesh group and converting the group to a curve. It will convert all the content. I can ungroup and combine with the boolean to create a single curve. In order to fit text inside a shape, I used artistic text, boolean operations, mesh groups, and the node tool. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see on this channel, and I will see you again soon.